What's up? Been a couple days. Nothing crazy. And I was sitting here thinking, because my girlfriend's out with her girlfriend. Not legit girlfriend, but a girl that's a friend. Um, and I was chilling with the cast, put my car up to charge. I came here, I was like, I got to create. And I've been pondering on this for a hot minute. I'm gonna be very specific. Nothing I am saying means I'm quitting. I want to go straight into that. But to drop the bombshell, I don't think I'm gonna be doing photography and DJing the way I've been doing photography and DJing. Now, does that mean that I won't still work with people or people that request me? I'm definitely gonna work with people in the same mannerism that I want to work with people. If people want to photo shoot, if people want to, put themselves in magazines, etc. Yeah. At the same time, I just don't have, not to say that calling to sit here and go like, let me make this a full fledged business. I do still want that empire mindset. I still want that. I still want the fact that like I create a space for people that do photography, videography, DJing, etc. So on and so forth. I appreciate the knowledge. I'm just in the boat where it's like I want to have more fun than more business with photography. I want to have more fun with DJing than the business side of DJing. I want to have more fun dancing. I'm gonna keep on dancing, so it's not like that's not changed. That's why I'm not bringing that part up. But one thing that's very like interesting is even while I'm doing photography or DJing, the one thing that keeps calling me back is where's my music. Like DJing was supposed to help me get into rooms where I can end up being the artist or be in the rooms where I help other artists and let them know I'm an artist. Photography was a way for me to network to places that I couldn't find that right angle to sit here and say I'm an artist or I'm a DJ or I'm this guy. So I'm not taking away photography or DJing from my repertoire. What more so I'm doing is I'm going, I understand what I want from those skills, those traits of mine. Yet I'm having this difficult threshold of achieving it because when I think about it, I've always thought about it a lot more in the business terminology phase of it. Does it provide me more money than everything else I've quote unquote have done? Yes. If I had taken the time and actually done the things I need to be doing as far as any of those fields, I would have had a good amount of money. To the point where I probably could just live off of it. Which is weird because when I think about it, that's not how I want to. I don't want to live that way. I want everything to thrive off the music. And every single time I think about it, I go back to where's the music? Some of y'all not here for the music. I get that. I may never be the artist that you think I'm trying to be. Even me, I may not be the artist I want to per se be. I'm not trying to be like this hardcore rap artist. I'm not trying to be that. Do I, talk a lot of mess on the records? Yeah. Do I, give that arrogance off? Yeah, because it does feel fun to get some of that release off. And the type of audience I do want to build, I hope they resonate with that to whatever degree they resonate with. Not every single hip hop artist is a freestyler or is a hardcore rapper. They're just a hip hop artist. And that's the lane I want to be. I just want to have fun with the music. And I want to push and emphasize that more on a business scale as well. I love performing. I really do. I love motivating the crowd. I like giving different emotions to the crowd. I like them not having to deal with the things that they deal with on a day to day basis, and they can see me perform or come to a setting where I do what I do, and just have fun and forget about those things. Like, that's what I like. I create music for the fact of it's fun. Can a lot of this be fictional? It could. Let's see. I ain't gonna lie. Some of the new music that I've been working on, I've been leaning a lot more, not a lot more, like on purpose, but I've been leaning a bit more towards like, okay, this is what I'm really going through. Whether it's like the hook, whether it's the verse, whether it's what I'm saying, whether it's the meaning. Um, I've been a bit more leaning. Not all the tracks are like that, but been. I noticed that with my verse, I'm like, I might drop a few lines until I'm like, yeah, I've been there. I've for sure been there. With that energy, I've for sure been there. But yeah, I just get you can call back to the music. That also doesn't mean I don't want to do vlogs either, or like actually chop up videos or whatnot. It's just music. Like a lot of people that are starting to know me or see me on a regular basis or the last few years have not seen me in the mindset where I'm doing shows back to back to back to back, which I have done before. May not be no big shows or anything of that nature, but I've done shows back to back to back to back. I've hosted shows back to back to back to back. So there's that background, and I have people to attest to that, and I like that feeling. I miss it a lot. Um, so I'll say all that to say, like, if you're not gonna see DJ content from me, like you have not seen DJ content from me, I still will be making DJ content, but you will see a lot more, and I mean a lot more of me not only promoting my music, but I will be talking to you guys more and I will be dancing more. Those are the three things that you can indefinitely get from me moving forward. Talking more, dancing more, more music. I'm going to annoy, annoy, annoy. I'm going to do what I kind of used to do, which is just throw videos back to back to back a day. I started getting comfortable doing like, once a day, one in the morning, and then another one later on in the day. Be datesy with it. But comparative to that version versus this version, I've gotten more to that. I gotten better results from this version and from this version in the span of how long I've been doing it. So now there are some key takeaways from what I did to do the one a day that I will say that I am going to start implementing onto the massive amount of releases, but expect that. Even streaming, like I do want to get back to streaming and whatnot. A lot of this is like I want to get back to a lot of these different things, but that requires me to not have a job. I haven't started my new job yet. I'm actually starting training in a few days, and then that will switch over. I will start doing that now by next week, and then after that week, which is 2 weeks off from my janitor job, I'm putting my 2 weeks notice in for my janitor job. I will not be door dashing. I'll be solely focusing on this job particularly. And that's also hoping that the training goes well and the driving goes well and everything's smooth and I actually like it to the way I would think I would like it. And like I told you before, I will now officially at that point have 3 days off to work with y'all and do stuff with y'all. I'm recentering myself. I'm gonna be saving properly because I need to moving this space. As you see, it's not gonna be long. At minimal 3-4 months, maximum 10. More like 14, but maximum 14. You know, like this ain't gonna be for too long. So I just want to drop that. So for those who don't know, yes, I am a photographer, DJ, artist, and a dancer. For those who have been rocking with me, I'm taking a step back on the photography DJing, and I never really fully explained the photography side of things. Yes, like I said, I will still be working with people, but my main focus is going to be as I'm dropping and releasing music, I'm going to start doing photography for a lot more for fun. That's fun with me and my girlfriend, as in I'm shooting her or I'm shooting myself. I'm no longer doing free photo shoots. I don't care who it is. I don't care how long we're friends, etc. I'm not doing that no more. The closest you might get for free is if we're like going to places and I feel in the mood to take photos. That's the closest you're gonna get free. But I'm not gonna like sit here and go, you have a nice bone structure. Let me do a whole 2 hour photo shoot and dissect to take apart photos to post on my page. I'm good. It was fun during the time. Realistically, it still is fun. It's just, it's not the fun where I enjoy it. Like, to sit here and bicker with other people mentally about their gallery. Like, one thing I learned about photography, you as an individual, you're going to like what you like. I have done that same exact mindset with me when it comes to self portraits. There's only but so many photos I like. And I like those particular photos. But I promise you, if you don't rely on a photographer, and obviously not every photographer is going to be the same in the same equation, which is why I keep saying that everybody's going to like what they like. Like, you don't, what you think is bad to them could be good, and what you think is good to them could be bad. Same concept with music. You hear a lot of artists say like, "Oh, I thought this was gonna be the record. I thought this was gonna be the record. I thought this was gonna be the record." And then the record that actually hits is usually the record that they don't expect to hit. After all that work, they don't think that that's to be the record. It's like, oh shit, that's no. This is one right here. So same concept for photography. Like, I will shoot like 100 photos, and the client will be like, "Oh, I like some cases they're like 10, some cases they're like 40." But it's like even between the two, most of the time they'll post, from my perspective, bad photos. I'll share it with people, upon the Discord or upon in real life, and they're like, "Why wouldn't they have chosen this? Why wouldn't they have chosen that?" And I'm like, "You tell me." They don't like it for whatever reason. They don't like it. Which, it's fine to them. They paid or didn't pay, whatever the case would be. But I don't want to go through that anymore. I just don't. Not right now. My mental bandwidth is keep everything simple, easy, and consistent. That's the only thing I want to think about right now. Easy, simple, and consistent. CES. Consistent, easy, and simple. All right. The other word I can't say out loud. But yeah. You get the drift of what I'm trying to get at. So I'm saying all this as I actually had a laptop open to like record some music. I also had a artist that I was working on a song with, and he decided to not want to be in the song no more. I literally, in case he does want to be in the verse for whatever reason, I saved the extra file, but I took his vocals off in the new file. I won't tell you what song it is, but I did feel a little bit ways when that did happen, when he did tell me. I don't know why he decided to make that decision. Maybe because I didn't respond to him fast enough, but I was busy. And I didn't even know that he messaged me. So honestly, I was trying to find a time to actually like get to him to figure out where to line up his vocals. Because that's really what it was. It was more so like lining up where the vocals that to where he wanted, minus like some edits I'd done and whatnot. I could have kept it exactly where it's at, but I was like, just because of how the song is, I don't want to like just keep playing vocals there. Um, and that's actually that's a lot of my songs, but yeah, nonetheless, that's me for right now. I'm still trying to get this allergies situation down a bit, so mind me. Um, About to work on this, do some grocery shopping, Took my girl out for dinner. And her birthday is coming up next week. So that's going to be a fun celebration. Christmas is coming soon as well. So for those that, do or don't celebrate Christmas, happy holidays. If I happen not to do another video similar to this or a video in general that, has me talking. And I appreciate you guys as always. If there's anything that you want to indefinitely look forward to, let me know in the comment section below. Or if you're in the Discord, hit me up. Discord, you already know by now that you're tagging me. I most likely will not be seeing it. I know it's by Discord. I do not care. I do not want my phone being blown up with every goddamn leak notification, yada, 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 coming on my phone. So unless it's directly in me, I do not see unless I just happen to go to Discord just because of wanting to go on Discord. But, there's a lot that be going on my Discord from time to time. And it's funny, too, because there's times, I'm rambling a little bit, but that's how people are like, yo, your Discord is, like, popping, that I be having, that I had people come in, like, from months ago, and they'll hit me up later on, like, a few months after, and I'm like, yo, your Discord's popping, because I be getting mad notifications, and, like, it's like, the people just chatting and dropping stuff. It's not, you call it popping because of how much is your phone ringing, but the concept of people's mindset is funny. Because, like, if you do a lot, it's like, oh my God, it must be hot. That's what I gotten from dancing, too. There's times, like, people came up to me and they're like, yo, your dancing is fire, etc. Keep it up. Or, they like the dancing. And I'm like, I've never seen you like or comment or share any of my dancing stuff. But you're telling me in my face that I'm such a good dancer and that you see my work. Like I said, people like it when you do a lot of stuff. Just do a lot of it, and it'll just annoy it. It'll annoy them to a bit, and it's kind of one of those, you're just becoming undeniable. So like I said, I'm actually going to write. If my girlfriend's not back in time within an hour, you will be seeing dance content either before or after this video. And just know, if I have done that, that means I have a plethora of content that I have not fully dropped, but I am dropping a ton by the time this video is uploaded. Till next time, peace. And if you're wondering about this figurine stuff, a lot of this is not mine. The dress is not mine. The G.I. Joe figurines is not mine. That's not mine. That tree, me and my girlfriend built together. Fun times, fun project. We're looking forward to do another collaborative, piecing things together. Mouthwash, lotion, tea bags, jewelry behind that. Yeah. Got my workout gym stuff. I'm actually gonna go back to I haven't gone to the gym consistently in months. I've been on and off the gym. I probably at most gone to the gym like once a week. But even then, it's like the last time I got to the gym was last week. Last time I got to the gym prior to that was like maybe 4 weeks-ish. So I've been off my game. I'm going to get my membership to Jog 33 coming soon. And if we move into another apartment that has its own gym, then obviously I'll cancel my Jog 33 and just stick to that gym. I know for sure being here, and there's no offense to being here, but being here, I definitely need to feel more like home in the sense of like I could work out. I think there's just too many things that go on in this house for me to be like that comfortable and okay. This is a me thing. Like I've tried. I'm really forcing myself to like get there, but I just there's something about like I just can't fully 100% be that comfortable. I think I just outgrown a lot of things. I think that's really what it is. Nonetheless, let me head out. I'm going to song for you guys to hear very soon. Peace.